That, ladies and gentlemen, is Martyr's Mirror. It is documented proof that the Bible is true. It details the history of the church from the time of Jesus Christ all the way up until the year 1660. You see the man on the left there. He was being pursued by the man on the right in the water, and the man on the right actually fell in through the ice, and the man on the left actually could have escaped his captor, but instead he saw that the man behind him was in danger of losing his life, so he turned back and saved him. The man on the right wanted to spare the man's life on the left after this occurrence. However, due to the authorities arriving on the scene shortly thereafter, the man on the left was arrested and burned at the stake. So very interesting stuff. You should read it. It's Martyr's Mirror. It details hundreds of people's lives throughout world history since the time of Jesus Christ. Now, why am I doing a video? Well, my friends, to discuss a silly thing that occurred to me today. And I'm going to be moving on from atheism. I really am. I don't want to be stuck on this silly topic. It gets old, and it really is tiresome trying to talk to some atheists out there because of their irrational and intolerant behavior. It's almost as if you're talking to someone with Alzheimer's. When you try to reason with them and talk to them, it's as if they have Alzheimer's, and they want to argue with you, and they don't want to listen to the things that you say, and they're very irrational, and then they want to fight you, and they just want to crap all over the place with their silly beliefs. So that is how frustrating it is to deal with certain people who have atheistic beliefs. That being said, today I was talking with an atheist, and he was telling me, we were discussing something, and it's frustrating to me when I'm the only Christian there talking to like 20 atheists. Okay, it's like I feel like a lamb in the midst of like several different wolves, like a pack of wolves just ready to just pound on my flesh and just rip me to shreds, with their sharp teeth, and I'm just like, there's 100 of you and one of me. Why? Why is that? Like they can't, as if they can't go one-on-one with you. As if they can't just pull you aside and say, now let's talk about this rationally. Instead of talking about, raping you and your whole family, they want to just, they don't try to act rationally in many cases. So you guys need to work on that, seriously. If you want to be heard in your position, you want your position to be considered, you need to be tolerant, and you need to be rational. And you need to act like a Christian. You need to act polite. Now, where was I going? Oh, yes. So this atheist was talking to me today, and we were discussing charity, I think, and he said something like, I gave $500 to put up a Christmas ornament on a tree in the mall. He bought a star, And what did you do, is what he said. He said, did you, put money in the offering plate, or something like that. Some snide remark, and I was like, you paid $500 for a ornament to put on a Christmas tree. Don't you have kids or, parents or brothers or sisters you could spend your money on? I mean, or give your money to charity. Take $500, go feed somebody. I mean, why are you telling me that you've spent $500 on a silly ornament that will probably be discarded in just a couple weeks? And so I told him that. I was like, yay, you gave $500 to a silly ornament. Nobody cares. I said, why didn't you give your money to some charities that are trying to stop like child rapists? You should give your money to stop child rapists. And if you don't, then aren't you no better than your claim about God? You're no better than your claim that God is evil. I mean, obviously you must be just as evil. for not trying to stop child rapists in that case. And that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get off this high horse on attacking God for man's problems, okay? Look, we don't blame the police for drugs on the streets and prostitution and all kinds of laws being broken. We blame the criminals, okay? And the same way goes for any other crime in the world, okay? We don't blame the authority. We blame the individual, all right? It's a problem of mankind. We need to fix our problems. Quit trying to pull God into this. That being said, so I was just laughing kind of on the inside that this guy said this. And I'm like, what's he trying to prove? That he gives more to good causes than Christians? I'm thinking, I give $1,400 every month to fatherless children. I said, but you don't see me throwing that in someone's face and saying, oh, look at me, I'm such a better person than you are. No, you know why? Because those are my kids, all right? It goes towards their food, clothing, shelter, all those things that these kids need. All right, that's my moral obligation. That's my legal obligation. Just like it is to, for you to give money to similar good causes, okay? If you have kids, you need to take care of them. If you don't have kids, you need to help someone else's kids. All right, so the point is do something positive with your blessings. Okay, if God made you rich, yay. All right, why buy a super expensive car when you could buy a relatively decent car for half the price? Give the other half of the money to good causes. All right, homeless shelters or orphanages and things like that. So that really chapped my behind when this guy said this. I just was kind of like, man, who cares? Like, honestly. So that's all I wanted to tell you. I thought it was kind of interesting. And anyway, let me know what you think. So God bless you. Thanks for listening, watching the Value Truth Ministries. I'm Brian Price.